Hey guys, this is Tyler from The Wise Guys, and we're here with
Pegasus. You know, we got a profile for the streets. You know, it's a little different than everybody that's playing online and everybody that's been playing in real life. You know, real life is a real thing, and the YCS deck profiles are really amazing. I'm just playing it another different way with a tech card that I like. So without further ado, I don't talk all day. You know, some people do profiles and they just yap their head off. I'm gonna yap your head off a little bit though. Shout out to the Wise Guys. Shout out to the Wise Guys. But with Kashtira, and I'm gonna be taking a break from playing this guy. I've been playing this deck like non-stop for like weeks. You know, Tyler can attest to that. I bug him in chat like every day, like, hey, what about this? Hey, what about this? But Fenrir is Fenrir. Very amazing card. Searches everybody in the deck. Obviously, you have the unicorns that searches the spells. You have to be careful with some of these, and you have to know Fenrir lines of play, where if you don't open this crazy card that basically is a full board, then you have to know how to use this, maybe use a Rise Heart to still get there if you open the Birth. Stuff like that. Like this, grab Rise Heart if you got Birth. There's sometimes you just have different things that you have to do in a certain way for a certain reason, and you lose your normal off lava golems and stuff like that, you know. 3 of the Rise Heart, that's for cost. Don't ever forget that. So your card's always going to get banished pretty much. It's just whether they want to lose the top 3 cards of their deck. I'm playing 3. A lot of people play 2. Some people even justifying 1. All 3 of them actually make sense. I don't agree with the 1, but it actually can make a little bit of sense. You just don't want to lose them. But a very powerful card that banishes a card, usually going to be Big Bang, but it also can be any of these names that you've seen. Scareclaw Kashtira is a very powerful card, offensively and defensively. You can special it off of Shangri-La and protect yourself on defense. And then when he's on the field with a Fenrir and pushing for stuff, he can blank any boss monster in the game. So that's...
Wait, say that again.
It can blank any boss monster in the game. So you're attacking into, pick a boss monster, I don't know, Avermax or something. Okay. Yep. Avermax, Dragoon. Okay, Dragoon. Attack, effect, negate, and it's not like activating. It's just, his effect is just blanking them, and then effect, banish. Tyler told me that, like, I'd been playing the deck, and also, like, I knew some stuff, but, like, the window to turn something off and banish it off the field, I didn't know that per se. And I think that's just so ignorant. And then this card is also great on defense too. So like this card, I want to play 2 of it. I go back and forth between playing more than 1. The Tier Cash is not a good card. It's just not a good card at all. This card is even better. This deck is mainly going hard second, but I still like pushing through somebody's board and ending on the preparations anyway. Because if you push through with a Rise and then you set up on some stuff, it's just good. It's just good Yu-Gi-Oh to me. 3 Ash, double Lava Golem. You can definitely main 3, but like you get caught by the gimmick puppy stuff. It's another brick, so I didn't want to overdraw it. Ash Blossom stops branded fusion. It's OTK pretty much, unless they hard open some other stuff. My thrust tech, which I'll start off by talking about. My thrust tech that's primarily what I'm going into is Reborn or one of these guys. I'm actually taking I've taken out Dark Hole. I just wasn't running into enough where I felt like I liked the Dark Hole that much. And the Lightning Storm with a very powerful deck called Trap Tricks. Watch that profile. A very powerful deck like Trap Tricks, and they're still gonna block this card, so this may be something else. It's very key to have a card like Lightning Storm, and it's for it to be versatile and go either way into what you need. You know, sometimes you need other stuff, and sometimes you just want to do the simple stuff. Kind of is what it is. Sometimes you just go, oh, okay, let me get the prosperity. But the knockout punch is either this, ripping through them completely. If you draw both of them together, it's almost game every time. But Reborn, thrusting into Reborn allows you to play through Nibiru. They hit you.
I see you.
They hit you with the nib. You're like, all right, thrust, grab Reborn, do your Rise Heart. The Rise Heart's back on the field. It's like a 4th birth. Yes, I agree. Double Book of Eclipse. I'm playing another one, just not in the main. The Harpy's Feather Duster is the last normal. You have to with Labyrinth, with some of these other decks. They're so good. These trap decks are so good. Prepare for them or you're gonna die, literally. And this variant is just really keen on just getting to a lot of the cards that are known, which a lot of these are as well. Know all your combos where you're banishing this out of the grave just to add back banished stuff, or attach it under a Rise Heart. Keep it in the loop along with the Triple Birth. It's the card that allows you to play through Nib. The card allows you to play through a lot of stuff. Obviously the field spells, you guys know about them. But to round out the thrust stuff, you know, shout out to them. They're clean. But the thrust target, the evenly is just random, but it can devastate some people. And obviously you got Big Bang and Prep. You're going hard second pretty much with thrust. You can just pick to go first with this deck if you want. You can do whatever you want to with this deck, really. Like, you should be good because your Book of Eclipses and stuff is going to save you if they interact with your opening turn. If you know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh, you're going to be good. But I would go hard second because just Lance isn't in the main. So, you know, then it would just depend from there. Lance isn't in the main in that version. It is in the side in this version, and some other builds as well. A lot of times when I go first, where the Solemns come into play, very powerful card. I only do that where this is in the main deck and I can side into Solemns. Pretty much siding into these and him a lot of the times. When I know they're gonna make me go first, or I know I'm going first, I'm good. I'll just smoke you with all of these. In the mirror, and against just decks with really powerful boss monsters that can be taken, you take them. The end. And then you get rid of them. Also with Nibiru, that's why I'm not playing it. Too many people are playing around it, so I'm not playing it. I'm playing the answers. I'm playing the after the fact answers. The Lava Golem, the Change of Heart, the Mind Control. Then these are also defense. This is also defense. This is also, you know, like, you gotta kind of play a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh, you know? And then with these, Kirikara, I'm trying it. For the branded thing, I'm trying it. And that I definitely wanted to play this, and I definitely wanted to try this because I didn't want to keep drawing. I don't want to keep drawing board breakers, but this can kill people. And then steal their monsters, like steal their parent. You know, like bait something out. Okay, steal it, tribute everything, and then steal something. And then obviously with the extra, I'm not playing into this. I'm gonna tell you that before I start, because people just kept dealing with it just in a really solid way. But I do want to play it, so just ignore everything I just said. 2 Rise Heart, 2. I guess I'll do all the 2 ofs. 2. And this is different for me because you saw the enemy controllers and stuff like that. I'm playing 2. Because I always want to move my cards off the field. I'm taking your cards, I'm making more cards to take off more cards. You got to play 2 of these. And I feel like this card is very, very powerful, and the more that people learn about it, the more it's going to be played. Everybody knows how ignorant this is. Just make sure that you attack with it first, and then you use this effect if you can. If not, just use this effect, banish the Theosis, and just take people's head off. You only need 1 big eye. If they mind hacker it, it doesn't matter, because they'll still lose to Zeus, usually. Mind hacker. If it does get hit, you just play Zoo Control. You can choose to play this deck the full combo way and use the thrust to go through Nibiru in game 1, and in game 2 you can just completely switch your play style and then just end on this. I like to switch back and forth, not just play one style. I like to play multiple. Obviously you got Baron, you got Link Karibo, you got Goliath, and you got Garua. Somewhere in here, take out one of these and put it in Entis. And with that, and shout out to Umbreon. I'm out.
In another tech video, guys, what I wanted to talk about in this one is enemy controller. Obviously you guys have seen this inside of multiple deck lists. You guys have also seen it in Sprite. It's a very, very powerful card in Sprite as well, just because of the simple fact of how powerful the advantage they can seem to muster and keep control of. But inside of a deck like Kashtira, inside of the mirror matches that Kashtira will actually represent, Enemy Controller is a very, very powerful card, and here's why. Basically, guys, you guys know about many people playing a card like Forbidden Lance to be able to sit behind a Rise Heart, or they're just going the full wombo combo and just going for the lock, because why not? I mean, you just should. When you have it, you really should just go for it. If you don't have it, you really shouldn't go for it and just end on a Rise Heart. It's very simple. However, inside of a mirror match, a power swing like Enemy Controller basically is the exact equalizer that you would need, and here's why. Basically, sometimes, guys, you'll have stuff like Special Summon, a Fenrir, and maybe attempt to activate effect. Usually on Special Summon, they'll try to take it out. I don't think they want you to get anything. And to be honest, when I'm playing against a deck, I try to take out Fenrir as soon as he hits the field, and then if they just have other stuff, they have to waste cards. However, in this specific scenario, sometimes I have noticed that people will allow you to activate the effect. So then you would activate the effect to search. They probably try to chain in some kind of way, or they probably try to hit him before he can react and then banish theirs off of the field, which is the only way you can really fight through the Lance. And then essentially when they try to go after him, you chain Enemy Controller, take it completely off the field, and then take that card. There's also additional stuff like being able to mind control. They chain Forbidden Lance. You chain an Enemy Controller that you may already have a card on the field. So there's multiple scenarios. Enemy Controller is the card I wanted to mention at the end of this video and just talk about it a little bit separately, because sometimes people don't pick up on stuff. Sometimes this card is just game against random decks too, but that's besides the point. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm out. Arrivederci.